Hello, and welcome back to AutoCraft. We are on episode 6, I believe this is, and today we're going to build a massive mountain. And we have all of our resources gathered. I gathered a lot of it myself, but some people did turn in some resources for some diamonds in the little chest shop that I built. So we're starting here because the very first thing that I want to do is actually reopen this, and I want to convert it into a golden carrot shop. So if you were smart when you watched my last episode, I kind of hovered over the golden carrot when I talked about converting this shop. So I'm going to start with that. I already brought over everything that I need to kind of convert it, and I will just kind of touch this up real quick and reopen this to sell golden carrots. And just like that, we've now made this a golden carrot shop. I tried to make it look like a chest that was like almost full of golden carrots. And then I had a little decoration inside. So we got 2 shulkers here full of golden carrots, 1 stack for 2 diamonds. And then I got some quotes here. Incredibly tasty. Golden carrots are my weakness. The best food in Minecraft. And all the cool kids eat golden carrots. So the golden carrot shop is now open for business. Come on and get your food needs taken care of. So with that, we have one more stop to make here in the shopping district before we go focus on other things. And we're actually going to head over to the slime and honey shop because I need to purchase some honeycomb. So let's go upstairs and find the honeycomb. 1 diamond for 2 stacks. It's a good deal. 2 stacks of honeycombs completed. And I got a comment on my last video that the roof of the gazebo was frustrating for people because certain ones were not oxidized. Certain copper blocks were not oxidized. And the reason for that is because I've only whatever this is called, waxed. I've only waxed a certain amount of them because what I wanted to do was I kind of wanted to make it look like it was like partially done. So I'm going to do this. I'll work on this. And then before I do anything else, I do want to make a quick little shout out. So I want to shout out to one of the people that has been commenting on a lot of my videos. And it's actually going to be Carson in Bullhead City. So Carson, I appreciate you watching all of my videos. I appreciate all the suggestions that you keep giving me. And I hope that I keep you watching and that you keep enjoying all the content. So thanks, Carson. Appreciate all of it. Well, after a stack and a half of using the honeycomb, I think that it looks better. It looks a little bit more frozen in time, which is kind of what I was going for with this. I just have never applied the rest of the honeycomb to wax the rest of it. But I'm happy with kind of how it looks now. That was kind of the goal from the beginning, is just to give a little bit of differentiation on the roof. So I appreciate you pointing it out in the comments that it was a little bit bothersome because I don't like leaving things undone. Now it's nighttime, we need to sleep, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to do the rest of this episode. So before I move on to the giant mountain build that we're going to do and show you all the materials and everything that I've gathered, I did want to show off down here because I haven't really shown it off since I removed my carrot farm. And basically I decided that I wanted to have a dripstone farm. So I set this up and I actually put some redstone in it so that I don't have to manually mine all of this because it's really kind of frustrating. But the nice thing about this is it's in the starter town, which means that it's like almost always loaded. So I just keep making dripstone. Basically, every time I come back to my base, I have more dripstone, and I'm very happy with it. But I wanted to show it off because, you know, I'm not the best with redstone, but I figured it out. I got it all mapped to one single button right there. And yeah, I can just continuously keep making dripstone. So that's about it in the starter area for what we're going to do today. The next piece that we're going to do is we're going to fly over, and I'm going to fly and talk instead of cutting here. So we're going to fly over and talk about the jungle because I need to throw some thank yous out to different people for helping. And I also need to show you what I've been doing over here. So I believe we should see the white. There it is. Anytime now. So as you can see, there's a lot of trees that have been taken down. There's still a ton here to do. But there's like this massive area in the middle that Alex started taking down, so I appreciate that, Alex. Death came over yesterday and helped me take down some more trees around the perimeter. so that the mountain itself will not hit the trees. And then Zame helped with some of the grass yesterday. I think I was on like my 37th shulker of mining grass, and him and I were just chatting, and he's like, I'll help you finish. So he helped me gather, I think, 2 shulker boxes of grass, which I really appreciate, because gathering 45 shulkers of grass is horrible. If you've never done it, don't do it. Just wait till 118. Don't build your own mountain. But we got a lot of good supplies from clearing out some of this jungle. And as you can see, I got a ridiculous amount of wood, which will come in handy for when I create my storage facility. All sorts of other things. Don't worry about the parrot heads. Also, I want to put this TNT away. Let's see. We got some oak logs. We got a bunch of leaves, which I'm happy with. And then a bunch of other things like saplings and vines and bamboo. All of that. So it's taken a while, but I think I'm ready to build the mountain. And this is going to be probably our only project for this episode, because I don't know if I've told you how big the mountain is, but if we just fly up really high in the sky, it's massive, right? And so it's about this tall as well from where I'm sitting right now. So it's like 125 blocks high or so, and then almost 400 wide in every direction. So I think it's like 387 or something like that. So it's going to be a pretty massive, massive project. So I'm going to spend a lot of time building this today, and it's going to be hopefully a really fun time lapse. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to go right into that yet. I do need to go gather all of the materials. So I think I'll go gather the materials from the starter town, and then I will bring you back once I have kind of a setup where everything is going to sit. All right, we have all of our materials gathered, and we're ready to start building a mountain. And before I do that, I want to show off what we have. So I have 45 shulkers of grass, completely full. I have, 24 shulkers of stone, completely full. I have a little under a full shulker of andesite, about 2/3 of granite, and a little under 2/3 of diorite. Then we have 2 shulkers of dirt. So this is going to be a massive, massive mountain. I think I'm going to have a tiny bit of excess material at the end of this. These ones I know I'll have more of, because I think it's only like 8 stacks a piece, but that's what I had, so that's what I brought. But the rest of it basically should be all used. And before we get into the time lapse, I do want to take a before photo, because that's one thing that I never did last season. So I'm going to go into creative, and I'm going to do a before photo, and then maybe at the end of the time lapse we can look at the before and after comparison. Hope that you guys enjoy the time lapse. Here we go. Well, hopefully the time lapse turned out great, because that was 15 hours of my life that I'll never get back. And honestly, my biggest concern is the size of the mountain. I'm not 100% sure it all renders in. So, yeah, I'll know once I edit this video. But anyways, I'm happy to say that the mountain is complete. And I want to talk a little bit about the top of it, because... Hold on, we gotta sleep. Alright, let's talk a little bit about the top of the mountain. Because, obviously, as you saw in the time lapse, the top looks a little bit strange compared to the rest of the mountain. And that's because I have already started building my castle, or designing my castle in Creative. And so these big flat pieces are going to be covered by castle walls, and you're not really going to see them. So it won't look strange once it's like built up and all of that. But right now, the top of the mountain does look a little bit weird, honestly. So yeah, that will be all taken care of in good time, in due time. That's what I wanted to say, in due time. And I also already have moved the nether portal up to the top because it was down below. And it's not really safe down there, so I really didn't want it to be up here. So don't worry, we will light it up because we don't want to have the server's biggest mob farm. So I think the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go back to the starter village, go through the nether there, and build the nether side of this portal. And now that it's in its hopefully permanent location, there will be a building that goes there at the back of the wall. So I think that that building will house our nether portal. And with that, hopefully I won't have to move the nether portal again. But yeah, I think I'm going to go fix that now in the nether and take care of that. The other big thing that I still have to do is I still have to light up the top of this, because at night it is not safe at all. And I've had plenty of creepers spawning up here, and these ocelots too. So yeah, I'm going to take care of a couple things, and then I'll bring you back for what we're going to do next. All right, we've moved our portal. We have placed down 1,000,000 torches, which, by the way, took like an hour just to do this. Obviously, these torches are not permanent. I just don't want mobs spawning up here as I'm trying to do things, especially creepers, because this is literally 1 block thick. So I don't want anything blown up here, because if it does, it's going to fall all the way down to the bottom, and then I'm going to have to deal with that. It's going to be a mess. So either way, we're complete with kind of what I wanted to do today. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. I am probably going to start editing this video and kind of seeing where things are. But there is a small build I was planning on doing. But given that the mountain took us like 15 hours to make, roughly, not counting all of the materials that I gathered, which, by the way, let's have a quick conversation about materials. Because you can see I have a double chest full of shulkers here that are all empty. Every single one of them, plus all of these are empty. And then I do have a little bit of excess material here. Actually, some of these are empty. I think at least two of these, which is perfect. Let's put those in there as well. And let's go ahead and take a quick look at the statistics page. So we're gonna go with items, and we're gonna go with times mined. So I mined 74,000 grass for this build. Times used, or I believe this is placed. So I placed 71,000 grass. And then you can see here for stone, I mined 24,000, but I placed 39,000. So it's a ridiculous amount of what I have actually placed here. I think that my estimate is close to like 82,000 blocks in 15 hours. I don't know if that's good, bad. I don't know if I placed fast or slow. But either way, hopefully that gives you a little bit of a scale of the actual mountain itself. I mean, you can see me just standing here on the mountain versus how big it actually is. So I'm happy with it, though. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I am probably going to, in between episodes, start encroaching the jungle a little bit onto the mountain, planting some more jungle trees, doing some bone meal, things like that, just to make it not look so out of place in terms of where it is. And don't worry, I do have plans for this. So everything that I did when I built this mountain has a plan. And I've been spending a lot of time in creative, kind of planning things out, which is different from last season, because last season I did not spend a lot of time in creative. I just did everything on the fly. So I'm a lot happier with kind of how things are turning out. So either I'm bringing you back for another clip, or I'm bringing you back for the outro. I'll let you know here in a sec. Well, it's been like 3 days since I recorded the last clip, and honestly, I haven't been on the server for a multitude of reasons. Life has been very busy since I built the mountain. I have been completing other tasks in creative, just trying to get ready, prepping for my next projects and things like that. And on top of that, we lit up under the mountain. I say we because Death helped a lot with that. But let me show you really quick what that looks like, because it's not nearly as bad. The trees are obviously still not lit up, but you can also see I just updated to 1.17.1, and my Optifine's not working, so I have this weird fog effect, which is driving me a little bit nuts. But yeah, it's not nearly as unsafe down there, and eventually I will clear out all these trees. They won't stay under there because I think I might have plans for future items underneath the mountain. But for now, we're just going to leave it not solid, and I'm happy with how it turned out. The last thing that I want to check on is this. Oh, I can't zoom. Forgot Optifine's not working. The giant mountain with the dragon head on top of it. So there is a little bit of a server event, maybe. I don't really know what to call it yet, because it really hasn't started. But apparently Rustic Dragon has been crowned as the Dragon King. So no idea what that means for me yet. I'm hoping that we can start to figure out what's happening here soon. But I did want to bring that up because I think it's going to start becoming relevant very soon. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoyed the mountain and the time lapse and all of that fun stuff. It took a lot of time to put all this together. I appreciate you if you made it this far. Like, subscribe, do all those fun things, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Bye!